What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Lamonts G Custom Live Show, the number 3 podcast. I got on the dark glasses today because my eyes are swollen, they're red, runny. So forgive me if I have to pause and wipe my eyes. Oh, it's been a rough go. Sometimes I wonder, how the hell did I make it as a kid? Because all I done was run outside, play in the grass, play in the woods, getting scratched up, poked by everything sprouting in the springtime. I remember a couple of times, it kind of got me down a little bit. But as I get older, it gets worse, man. This pollen and just certain plants that I rub up against when I cut grass or clean out the wood line, it just absolutely breaks me down. So anyway, welcome. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you guys had a great Palm Sunday. I did. And there's a couple of things that I want to speak on. The more on the personal side. I didn't want to have any girls. I wanted all boys. I didn't want nothing but football, baseball, basketball, sports. I didn't want any girls. But the Lord blessed me with 2 girls. I love them to death. And my oldest daughter, listen, I'm thankful they even come around and give a damn about what I'm doing and who, because, when a lot of kids get grown, they don't want to have nothing to do with the parents too much. But my oldest daughter, she make it a point, come around, bring my granddaughter, we'll sit and talk. Last night, hell, we had a prize fight because my oldest daughter, she's so sensitive and she takes everything literally. And not to bore you with our conversation, she just brought up a couple things that, like she don't have any insurance, car insurance. Okay, you're young, you're just starting up. There's gonna be a couple of things that you're gonna have to skate by and pray, Lord, please don't let me get a ticket. Please don't let this happen. Please don't let that happen. Until you can get yourself in a better financial situation. But I said, Dominique, that's stupid. Well, she didn't hear me saying that her not having insurance was stupid. She heard me call her stupid. And I didn't. I didn't call her stupid. I said to ride around with your daughter the way you ride around with no insurance is stupid. So she go to crying and she go to this and she go to that. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But I'm the man, I'm the father, and I have to bring the situation, I have to calm the situation down. I have to bring clarity to the conversation, and I have to make her understand. I'm not here to crucify you. I'm here to love you. I'm here to guide you. Hopefully, she heard it. Hopefully, my younger daughter heard it. Hopefully, my granddaughter heard it. Because I'm not here to hurt my children. I'm here to guide them and to protect them. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm going to do as a man. Ugh. She got on me about, well, you going to somebody else's baby shower, but you didn't come to mine. Well, first of all, Dominique, you didn't plan your baby shower. Your mother did. And she planned it on the day that I had to go to work. What part of that you do not understand? And secondly, men aren't built to go to baby showers. Just not. I explained to her that when it comes to, and see, she got mad at this too, because I told her, now I'm jokingly when I said this, I didn't go to your baby shower because you're not married. She took offense to that. She really took offense to that. But I'm only telling you the truth. You're not married. You weren't married. But that's not the reason I come to your baby shower. It did not fit into my schedule. That's my granddaughter. You my daughter. I'm gonna support you to the ends of the earth. But I'm not taking off a day just to come to a baby shower. I went to my son's twins' gender reveal. Do you know how warped and twisted my mind was? I don't do gender reveals, especially when you're not married. My son, his longtime girlfriend, not married. I went to the gender reveal just to see, am I gonna get two grand boys? I could have waited. It really wasn't no big deal. I just wanted to be there. Well, they're not married. So I don't care if my daughter or anybody else gets mad. I don't care. That's not the way I was brought up. I wasn't brought up to celebrate. You having this child out of wedlock. And I told her, I said, yeah. I said, hell, your mom and I, hell, we didn't have any plans to get married, but it was beat into our heads that y'all ain't finna have no kids out of wedlock. I said, yes, ma'am. And we did what we had to do. Should I have been more aggressive? No, because niggas. Well, the people she was messing with, hell, these ain't some bitches ain't had no intentions of getting married to anybody. They trying to get underneath every skirt they can find. My son, level headed. I don't know the reason him and his fiance didn't get married. I mean, hell, they had a free house. They had all the opportunities, all the support. Neither one of them want to get married. So therefore, I can't support that. I'm going to support my kids and I'm going to support my grandkids. But the situation, the way I was brought up, you ain't finna have no kids out of wedlock. So she got mad at me at that. And she kept going on and on. And listen, I'm drinking beer and sipping on a little bit of, a little bit of spice stuff. So, I'm kind of in la la land a little bit, So she kept going on and on. So I can't remember the rest of that conversation. I just know I felt like I was ambushed. And like I tell her, because I don't know where she's getting her information from. I really don't. But I was like, you know me, and I'm not going to tell you anything wrong, whether it's political, spiritual, or just being a father, whatever. I'm not going to tell you anything wrong. And she fights every damn point that I make. Yes, I love Donald Trump as my president. Yes, I do. Well, she's gonna nitpick 100 million things she don't heard from MSNBC, CNN, MSN, and all these freaking left-wing lunatics, and try to poke everything. You can do that all you want, but just know I'm winning because there was enough people with common sense to say we got to vote this man in to get our country right, and he's doing it. You don't want to listen to it? All well and good. I'm gonna try to lead you in the right direction. Period. So anyway, that happened on Palm Sunday of all days. And by the way, I hope everybody have a beautiful Holy Week. This is our Holy Week. A lot of events planned for Good Friday and Easter as well. So stay blessed and y'all be good during our Holy Week. The second thing I want to speak on is do you feel awkward when well, you know what? I'm gonna say that for another day. And the reason I got to get a little bit more information. I got some friends, some mutual friends. They having a little bit of beef. We all was in um a area celebrating. I done told you about it. A friend of mine, she's having a baby, and we was at a baby shower. But you got people within this group, that got some infighting, and it was just awkward. But I'll save that for another day. So let me go to my topic that was going to be for tomorrow. I'm gonna do it today. So got another group of friends, another group of friends, former classmates. They all got together and they went to a New Edition. If you don't know who New Edition is, one of the best R&B singing groups of all time. One of my favorites. At one point, they were my favorite. They went to a New Edition, and I want to say Tony Braxton concert. It might have been some other people too. And I'm like, as much as none of these people love New Edition more than me. The reason I know, because I watched everything New Edition. I really wasn't an album or cassette buyer until I got my own vehicle, but I supported all of that. Um, I love New Edition. Love New Edition. So they all got together. They went to a concert, New Edition, and Tony Braxton. I believe it was Tony Braxton. And this is my question. To each his own. You do what you want to do with your money. But as much as I love New Edition, I just can't fathom giving these entertainers, which they haven't put out any new music, any new anything in a long, long time. They have produced other people, etc. But if I want to hear Candy Girl or Cool It Now, hell, I go to Spotify. Matter of fact, I go to my own digital collection because I got all of it on there. But I'm gonna pay $80 for a ticket. And I think it was 8 girls, maybe it's 6 to 8 girls. Well, women paying $80 for tickets. I can't do it. I know other friends of mine, they live for concerts. If Aerosmith or whoever is coming anywhere between from Nashville to Atlanta to Birmingham, they're going. They're gonna be there. I can't do it. Just can't. Not saying I didn't enjoy, the performers of the past. I didn't go to concerts then, and I damn sure ain't going to a concert now. And this is why I look at it in today's world. Now, 30 years ago, I wouldn't have went to a concert because I ain't giving you my money. I look at it now as you haven't put out anything new. What are you going to show me that's going to be something I've never seen before? Nothing. What are you going to sing for me that is something I've never heard before? Nothing. Listen, I'm gonna get called out on this. I know it, but that's just not me. It's not. But listen, there's what 10, 12, 11 billion people on this planet, and that's the great thing about living on this planet, that you got that many people who are different. You may have 2, 3, 4, 5 million people's like that die for concerts. Like my buddy I was telling you about, him and his wife. Like I said, don't want to repeat myself, but if it's a concert from New Orleans to Nashville, from Atlanta to Birmingham, they're going. If it's a group that's going to perform on a cruise ship, they're booking. They're going. We were talking about some of our, bands that we love that because we have similar taste in music. And yeah, he's like, they're gonna be here, 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 here. I'm gonna be there. I'm like, wow, you make plenty of money and you just want to give it away. Go ahead. To each his own. Just let me know if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong from thinking the way that I think. That's why I'm not into the inspirational speaking racket. And he's like, well, why is it a racket? Tony Robbins is a great inspirational speaker. Yeah. I'm gonna put it to you like this, dude. If I'm rambling around and I come up with the cure for cancer, that's going to save millions and millions of lives. Me personally, I don't want to be compensated for it. I don't. Just like I told my wife yesterday, her and my mother-in-law, my youngest daughter, went to dress up her father's grave, and her mother, has, since her father's passed away, has obtained a couple of male friends, and one of the male friends has a son that's gonna charge her $200 to go help spruce up her father's grave. So I'm like, okay, this individual who spends time with your mother is the son of the man who spends time with your mother, who invests time with your mother, is going to charge your mother to help out with your father's grave. I was like, can y'all wait until I'm off and I go down there and do it for free? You ain't got to pay nobody to spruce up your father's grave. I'm not I'm not about to give anybody money for giving me inspiration. I don't want anybody giving me money for coming up with a cure for cancer. I don't. If I can give good words of advice to somebody, dude, you ain't got to compensate me. No, you don't have to compensate me. I want to say something to you to help you out to make your life better. I don't want to take your last dollar. That's why I call it a racket. Now, listen, I know some friends of mine is going to watch this, and that's what they do for a living. They go to different colleges and schools and debate and give inspirational speeches and talks. They get compensated for it. And I love them. But I'm not finna give you a dime. Not me. If the school's like, okay, we're gonna bring such and such to the school to talk to our junior class, the school is gonna pay this dude $50,000. That's a hell of a damn business transaction to come and inspire young people and get paid for it, dude. That's wonderful because he getting $50,000 for shit I do for free. Just me. So how does that tie in with my friends going to see a New Edition concert? The way I look at it, I love New Edition. One of my favorite groups of all time. I adore Toni Braxton. Not really into her music a lot, but she's one of a kind. Am I finna go put in extra work and dig a ditch and bag groceries and do this and do that just to go pay for a ticket to see these folks? No, not me. Am I gonna pay somebody to inspire myself and other people? No. Am I gonna charge somebody for inspiring, trying to lift their spirits, inspire them, drive them in the right direction? Nope. 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 And nope. I live by the good book, y'all. I live by the Bible. Do unto others if you would have them to do unto you. I would want and hope and pray that each individual I come across would treat me like a human being, like a man, and would to inspire me to take my next step. I would do the same with not anything in return. No quid pro quo here. Not at all. Jesus Christ was one of a kind, the Son of God, our Savior. And that's not something I think that he would do. He died. He died to save my soul. So my sins are already paid for with his death. He paid for that. And is up to me to justify that payment by living every day of my life like Jesus would live. Am I perfect? No. But I can't honestly say that it would be Christian to steal, rob, or kill. It wouldn't be Christian. It's not Christian. It's not biblical.